that this is how the Enugu International Airport, and this is my campaign, this is how it is as of today. So for the benefit of that, 19 days Enugu Airport status as of today. So you tell me, pay attention to the left. This is as of today. This is the way it looks. Enugu International Airport, right? Now a video is going to play in between. Just pay attention on that screen that has that picture. It's going to move now. Right now, let's go. One, two, go. You see? So now the argument I have with people is that when they look at this, they tell me, Maz, it doesn't matter. These things are, semantics. These things can be corrected in 1 or 2 days, but this is arrant nonsense. I mean, if you had 346 days and yet the front looks like this, I understand on Saturday they have started doing the airfield lightning, but hey, I understand that is happening. Airfield lightning is started. So and so what? That is the thing that sometimes I don't get. These are things that sometimes get me kind of worked up because yes, the work is starting at the airfield lightning. And for the benefit of those, actually, let me go back now that I have brought up the Enugu airport again. I'll use, as we say, Ijo Fuako Babo Nononabo. Let me use the opportunity to actually show the Enugu International Airport now. So this is the Enugu International Airport, and I will do this. So what you're looking at here, there, this is exclusive video of photos from Njenje Media TV that was there last week. Okay, and they don't want anyone to share this video. This is Enugu International Airport entrance. Forget the propaganda people tell you online, the lies that they tell you online, that Enugu International Airport is fantastically done, showing you videos that are definitely Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. That is not correct. This is the real Enugu International Airport taken last week. Okay? So, and the second picture is the same. This is the Enugu International Airport. I mean, this is the entrance because if you look, let me see if I can zoom it. If you look here, you can see the new terminal. Let me see. Yeah, it might be blurred, but if you look, yeah, you can see there. That is at the back of that palm tree. Is that new terminal? So what you can see here is men basically walking, and on your right hand side, you will see the um, what's it called? The cargo section. I think it's called the cargo section. So, I mean, obviously, the Enugu International Airport had water channel issues. There is no doubt they are fixing it. But my argument is, for Christ's sake, you could not have fixed it. Abuja International Airport that was longer, that was wider, was done in 40 days. But here you are, Enugu International Airport, the gateway to the eastern region, to the southeast region, the gateway, the only gateway, international gateway for the Igbo nation. You have closed it down for the 346 days. Um, Sorry, do not call me now. I want to do this. Sorry. So whoever is calling, please do not call me now. I'm using the same phone that you will call me on to show the slides. Please do not call me, please. I beg of you. Okay. So let's see this now. This is a video. Okay. Let me play this video. So you can see this video now. This is a video of what is the status of the Enugu International Airport. So people, you be the judge. You be the judge. You see the I don't know. Yeah. So this is in front there. That was the same video you saw before. Enugu International Airport. So when they tell you that they've done wonders, tell them that categorically Mars is okay. The tormentor of bad governance in the southeast is saying is not so. This is the Enugu. So tell me, Whoever couldn't fix this in 346 days, how can that same person fix this in 19 days? Because obviously that's what it is. They have been unable to fix this in the last 346 days. So tell me how on God's name the person would fix this in 19 days. Tomorrow being Tuesday is going to be 18 days to go. Basically, less than today is 2 weeks, 5 days. So it's less than 3 weeks to reopen the Enugu International Airport, and they barely started fixing the airfield lighting on Saturday. Okay, and this is a clinic that they are building. I mean, honestly, we are jokes. We are jokes of a nation, and this is it. This is still the Enugu International Airport. You see, the gutter. I must say, the gutter is nice that they do it because bear in mind, Enugu Airport floods when it rains. But having said that, you could have done this. Honestly, if we are a serious people, there is no reason this cannot be done in 30 days, maximum 60 days. But after 366, after 346 days, we are still here of shutting down an airport. We are still here, arguing if this. I mean, these are the pictures. These are the pictures. Now you are looking at a picture of a clinic. After this picture, now you can see. You see. So if you ever been to Enugu International Airport, if you're driving in, after where you pay, what's it called, the toll gate, where you pay tolls, I think, to drive in. If you're driving in, this is towards the car park. Now here, let me try to zoom this picture. You can see when you zoom this picture, on your left here is the international, well, basically the current terminal. Bear in mind, the old terminal, no work is going on there. Oh, sorry, this is the old terminal. The new terminal, no work is going on there. So anyone telling you, sharing pictures that they finished those terminal building is telling you big fat lie. Tell the individual, tell whoever, if it's a government, because all this campaign that I do, I make sure that even the Minister of Aviation gets all this information every day on Twitter and on his WhatsApp message. So and that's why when someone said I talk like a politician, see, there is a reason why I don't insult. I wouldn't insult him, but I would use fact to disgrace him. Tell him that I don't like this. I mean, there is no gainsaying. I can say I don't like what I'm seeing here without being insulted. And exactly that is it. So you can't hold me for that, but that is it. Look at in modern time, in 21st century, we are still constructing an open gutter, open gully, open water channel in 21st century in an airport. Aren't we jokers? Aren't we jokers, people? So that's it. Okay, this is the runway. So for some of you, this is the runway. Um, the runway was done. If you count the asphalt, we have one. You see the first one that is run down here. You have one, two, three. So three layers on top. Three layers we have at the runway. That's cool. So my approach to this will be: I doubt if they can open these airports in 19 days. For those of you asking what my opinion, my candid opinion, having reviewed all these documents, is that I doubt if they would open this airport in 19 days. Now, there is a caveat. If they go ahead and open these airports in 19 days, this airport, that one you can take to the bank, and I'm willing to bet 2 keg of palm wine with anyone willing to do that. That means we will be commissioning on the 30th of August an incomplete airport. I am willing to bet that. If this airport reopens on the 19th, sorry, on the 20th, on the 30th, we will be reopening an incomplete airport. You can take that to the bank. This is the runway. The runway is done, there is no doubt, but there is no airfield lightning. And this airfield lightning is what, this is the runway here. Airfield lightning is what, guides pilot with the with the help of what's it called, the ILS. Is it ILS? Instrument landing system. ILS, yes, instrument landing system. Those are the two things that guides a pilot. That to get traction of what is going. But there is, I couldn't tell us now as of today. They are beginning to move in to install the airfield lightnings. So for those asking question if there is going to be night landing, yes, there. There, I don't want. I don't want to sound like government. Let me not say something that people will say, Mazi said. I'm being very careful here because I don't trust the government. Not for 1 second. I can trust myself, but I don't trust the government. So what is happening here is, I believe, okay, let me put it this way. I believe there will be night landing because we already have ILS. And that is 80% what, you know, does the night landing to work. What we do not have is the airfield lightnings. Airfield lightnings are those, when you are up, you see various colors at the runway, you know, on the runways. These are the airfield lightnings, and these are the electricals that they are doing this week. So I would endeavor, or rather, we will endeavor on this channel to make sure that sometime this week, between this week and next week, that we will bring more information and more facts as regards to the Enugu International Airport landing or night landing. So when we went out on the field, the reason why we are showing this field, you can see PW over there. The reason why we're showing this field is, sadly, we found out that this Enugu International Airport has no taxiway, and that's a tragedy. It's a tragedy, and I must explain to us. Pay attention. It's a tragedy that I found out that this airport doesn't have a taxiway. What does taxiway do? A taxiway helps when you have traffic. What it means is that this airport is done ab initio from day one that it's not going to have traffic. That's what it means. If you go to Heathrow, if you go to Lagos, if you go to Abuja, they all have taxiways. If an aircraft breaks down, because what it means, taxiway is like a dual carriage. One is where the plane lands. Anytime you fly through Lagos or Abuja, you see when they land, they will go somewhere, turn, move away from that runway before they will now go to the tarmac so that other planes can be coming in as well. But by not having that here, what it means is a plane lands, it goes to the bottom, turns, and goes back before it goes to the tarmac and goes to the aero bridge. Okay? Where people, international flights are not supposed to go on the tarmac, they're supposed to go to the aero bridge and get into the terminal. So that's what's happening here. So what it means, commonsensical saying that they have constructed this airport not to have traffic. There was never any intention to let it compete with Abuja or Lagos. That's, you know, layman's the only way I can explain it to everyone watching me right now. And that I found sad because I made inquiries and I spoke to the people, the top management working at the Owerri International Airport. I found out, which they sent me message back because initially I didn't know until last weekend when I was researching on this. They found out that the Owerri Airport, or what they call Owerri International Airport, doesn't have runway. Sorry, doesn't have taxiway. It only has a runway. Enugu International only has runway as well. It hasn't got any taxiway. Because I was thinking that this money being spent was, again, the video you're watching, the reason why we have done that is to show us there is enough land if they wanted to construct a taxiway. This is land, vacant land at the Enugu International Airport. You can see PW there. This is the terminal building there. So they could as well do another taxiway, or do a taxiway, so that this will be the real, when we say the real and authentic airport to the heartland of the Igbo nation. But hey, again, someone, when I mentioned that in a group, in a WhatsApp group, someone said, Maz, you too much worry about this airport. I said, listen, people, anything that is worth doing well, anything that is worth doing well. I cannot, because when my brothers and my sisters, and when the one that called himself our son was there, that he didn't do it right, doesn't mean I will stop demanding for the right thing to be done. That is that is self-defeatist. That is a defeatist argument. It doesn't make any sense. And someone said again to me, Maz, okay, let's leave it, let's manage it. I said, see, it must, I think, is a poverty mentality that we must discard as a people, to stop saying, let's manage. Manage what? For how long shall we keep managing? Our parents are all dead. Since their life they've been managing. When are we going to live a life? I was telling somebody one time, I said, listen, this life, I probably will never drive a car again that is more than 5 years old. The reason is, I mean, this life has no duplicate. Enjoy your life for once. So at the airport implies, why can't we for once enjoy the life of humans? And the individual, pointed out that there was a time Port Harcourt International Airport was so bad, but people were using it, and said, so you are now competing with failure. Port Harcourt International Airport at that point was the worst airport in the whole world, the worst airport canopy. So because it was that way, then my own should equally be that way. And I say no. And these are the things I say. I mean, I'm not trying to be this to anyone, but I'm saying these things are not right. It's not right. And part of these, you can see this. The only thing they have completed here, I must say, this is the fire assembly point. This is, when you hear fire alarm, when they do fire drill, they will come over here. That is the only thing. If you're coming into that airport, or rather, if you're driving out of Enugu International Airport, it's on your right. So that is the only thing I can tell you as of today, being the 10th of August 2020. The only thing that has been completed in that Enugu. I cannot say about the electricals inside, because we didn't go inside, but because we assume in Nigerian context that it is finished. That's why they put paint on it. So that is the only thing that is been finished here. Okay, so you can see that here. Well, it's people say it's nicely done, but I don't want to say what I'm thinking, because I look at these things that I'd say to myself, we can do better. We can honestly, we can do better than all this nonsense. That will clap for people. When they do things like this. Anyway, on that note, people, let me call the caller that called me back before. Sorry, I didn't pick your call because I was showing the slides here. So let me call back this caller. And if you want to call me, the time to call me is now.